What's going on, everybody? We have a great show in store for you. Today, we're talking to Fayetteville State's 12th Chancellor, Darrell Allison is joining us today. And come on, because Issac Chambers is back with me at the Hot News Desk. Let's start the show. It's time for What's Hot. Hello, everyone, and welcome to What's Up. I have my guest co-host, Issac Chambers, here with me today. How you doing, Issac? You're back.
I sure am. I'm glad to be back. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. Let's get started. It's time for Hot News. Well, a new Drake album is on the way. Drake is no stranger to making people wait, but this time, he literally froze the announcement. To reveal the release date of his album, his studio album, Iceman, Drake had blocks of ice installed in his home city of Toronto, Canada, with the release date buried inside. It took a streamer named Kisha going to Drake's house, cracking open a bag pulled from the ice to find out the world has been waiting for May 15th. And yes, Drake confirmed it himself on social media. So the question becomes, is this the most creative album rollout we've seen in years, or is this something starting to feel like the hype is overtime, is all that stuff? Do you think this is a good creative way to release a date for an album, Issac?
It's definitely creative, though. It's creative. Yeah. I'll give him that with the album name being Iceman and the fact that he got all these. And when you got like money like that, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
But I think Travis Scott, he got like the creativity because he be like putting hints and clues all over the world and
Easter
stuff
eggs.
Like exactly.
Yep, Easter eggs.
That you got to like put together and try to figure out the release date. But for Drake, this is definitely this is to be expected. You know what I'm saying? With all the different. Like, he got the money and doing it in Toronto, Canada. And I'm just surprised that they found it so quickly on top of that, too.
Well, you know, when Drake fans are kind of like flies, they're hard to get rid of. But so those people are really like dedicated. So I wasn't surprised that it was found that easily. But when it comes to the most creative way, I'm a Beyonce fan. Beyonce, when she announced Cowboy Carter during the Super Bowl with that Verizon commercial, I think that's the most creative way because she was in the spaceship. She said, "Release the music," and then the next day we got two songs. We got this thing, Texas Hold'em or whatever, 16 Carriages. That was it. But I think I like the creativity though because it creates a buzz around the art of the music. It creates a place where people are looking forward to. Taylor Swift does a great job too with planting Easter eggs. Beyonce does that as well. But like planting Easter eggs to people to go digging to see, oh, this is going to happen this day. This is not going to happen that day. So it's good because it engages your fans.
Exactly.
Yeah. And why do you think that's so important?
I think it's important because that's your main audience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is your fans. Because there's going to be the people that's like might be new to your music that's like, oh, I don't really care for Drake. But this is crazy. Like, see how the hype, because your fans is going to be the people that boost it.
And
you said.
And buy your album and buy your music.
Exactly like how you said the dedicated Drake fans. They went out there. I saw people out there with pickaxes and trying to get the blow torches and all that type of stuff. And for them to have that type of engagement where it's like, hold on, what's really going on right here? You know what I'm saying? And then Drake, he appealed to his fans too. The streamer that found it, you know, Drake gave him a whole bunch of money for finding it too. Yeah, it was
a prize.
The little baggie. Yeah, it was.
Well, Drake makes a lot of money, so he can afford that. All right, well, coming up, Fayetteville State's 12th Chancellor, Darrell Allison, is joining us in studio.
But first, we are answering the hot question of the day.
You're watching What's Up. Welcome back, everyone. I'm still here with my guest co-host, Issac Chambers. Thank you so much, Issac. You enjoying yourself?
Yes, sir. Always.
All right, let's get started. It's time for the hot question of the day. All right, today's question is, how long does it take you to cut somebody off?
Now that is definitely that's an interesting question. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I don't think I necessarily cut people off if it's like a strong relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Explain.
Like, it depends on how long I've been around you. Like, if I've been around you for like a couple of years, or, you know, at least 6, 7, 8, couple months.
Wait, go to camera too.
8,
6, 7.
A couple, like 8 months, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like we distance each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there comes a part where it's like I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing, and we just go our separate ways. But if it's like, you know, I've only known you for a short period of time, and, you know, something happens or something is said, then it might be a little easier to just snip, you know what I mean? But that's just me personally.
That's you personally.
Absolutely.
I believe that's fair. I think it takes a lot for me to cut somebody off. But at this stage of my life, right now, you got 2 times. I hate to be lied to. If you can't be a person of your word,
absolutely.
So long, bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
And if you are like, you don't have, you know that saying where you are guilty by association? So if you have nothing going on with your life, that might sound so bad, but I'm going somewhere here. If you have nothing going on with your life, like you're just living life just freely, and you have no goals or aspirations,
not a care in the world.
You gotta go. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't want to be associated, and I don't want to sound so like wrong, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, people will judge you on the people that you associate yourself with. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to be rude to you, but I'm going to distance myself from you because I don't want that type of energy or that type of representation on myself that you have on yourself coming on to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I like to think of what this wise woman once said. A wise woman once said, right? She said, if you want to see who you really are, stand still and see what you attract. And I started thinking about that because, like you said, you know what I'm saying, based on the people that you're around, they can either drag you down or they can uplift you. You know what I'm saying? Because they might be that friend that's always in the house. They ain't got nothing better to do. And they're like, why don't you just be in the house with me?
Now there are people, though, that will use you. And you see, and this is good advice for people coming into college, people in college. You have to be very mindful of people that will use you to upgrade their life or their status.
Absolutely.
Because I had friends, or people I thought that were friends, that used me as like a golden ticket to try to uplift their career, their status, and then once they got to the point that they wanted to, boom. It's like a go, and you have to measure it. It hurts, yeah, of course it hurts, because that's piss poor, as my high school football coach would say. But it's a way where I think it's a learning lesson where you need to teach people not teach people, but you need to learn from people like that. Because when you get down into the real world, well, this is real world, but when you get older, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I know what to look for. I know what to, patterns to pick up on. Because when somebody do something more than once, that's who they are. What's a famous quote that Maya Angelou said? Once somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. And that's the quote of it. That's my last word. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, you hit it on the money. Hit it on the money.
Thanks, Isaac, for joining me at the desk. Coming up, we're joined by Fayetteville State University's Chancellor, Darrell Allison, right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Chancellor Darrell T. Allison has been leading Fayetteville State University as its 12th chancellor for 5 years. His dedication to student success, community partnership, and the future of FSU embodies the university's motto, res non verba, deeds, not words. I had a chance to speak to him to see how these 5 years has been like. Take a look. Welcome to What's Hot, Chancellor Allison. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be with you and your team, Mr. Cook.
First of all, we've been trying to book you on the show since we started, and I really, really appreciate you coming on. 5 years, like that, take me through that. Like 2021, you were announced as the Chancellor of Fayetteville State, the second oldest public institution in the state of North Carolina. What does that feel to you? How does it feel to be serving this institution for 5 years?
Well, it's an honor. It's very humbling. You may have leaders, right, who head kind of gets enlarged when you assume a position like this. But you hit on the history. The second oldest public university in all of North Carolina. And you think about our founders in 1867, 7 men of color, 2 years post-Civil War. And so when you think about what they and the community put on the line to try to initiate something that would ultimately be Fayetteville State University, and in 1867, to be the 12th chancellor of something that rich, that powerful, is very humbling to me. And so that's the approach that I've taken these 5 years. There'll one day be a 13th chancellor and a 14th chancellor, right? But as long as I'm here, I want to make sure that I'm honoring the greats who beyond themselves launched something that they themselves would not be beneficiaries of.
Yeah.
And I want to be a good caretaker and a good steward, and honor them by doing the work that we've been doing. So I've always want to make sure that we're grounded in service, and so it's been a pleasure.
You know, when it was announced that you were going to be the chancellor, it was some backlash, right? And but 5 years later, now people are praising you. And you know, how did that negative energy motivate you to want to prove those people wrong, like those alumni and those students that say, "Oh, he doesn't have an educational background, he shouldn't be chancellor," right? But I think that people see that you were the chancellor that this institution needed at that time. Did that motivate you to prove them wrong?
Yeah, so it's a good question, and no. So if you live your life having the need to have those kind of motivators, that's not a good quality life. The second thing is, although you can take things personally, the bottom line, Mr. Cook, is that they did not know me personally.
Exactly. That's
right? And so somebody can create a narrative and things of that nature. No, I don't have a PhD, and I didn't come up through the ranks of academia and things of that nature.
You have a law degree.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
But not a terminal.
Yes. Yeah.
Degree. And so I am from a small town. It used to be a textile town, and we had one high school, right? So everybody, somebodies and not somebodies and nobodies, right? We were all in that one high school, and Kannapolis, my hometown. That's where I got my grounding.
Gotcha.
And we worked. And so I just knew that when I got here, it was going to be very important for me to be a Bronco and not a show pony. And that is, when we get here, let's get about the work. Let's make sure that we're engaging with the various stakeholders. We're listening to their needs, primarily their students. And you see that reflected here on the campus. And I'm a big believer that how you go about work, being collaborative, embracing, bringing everyone in, better our chances for success. And remember, as we have successes, remember, it's not a me. We have to turn that M upside down to make it we.
Yeah.
And as we stay focused, coming together, we're not going to always agree, but we can be agreeable to the best of our ability. And we do what we say we're going to do, res non verba, deeds not words. Yeah. And you begin to put those points on the scoring board. It's amazing how we, the collective, feel better. We feel inspired. We feel listened to, heard, and we can get much done. And so we made some progress. We're trending well. We haven't reached the mountaintop yet. But these are some of the things that I wanted to make sure that that's to kind of the way I I've always operated. I'm a collaborative partner, and we get in to get the work done.
Yeah, I love, listening to you. I only been here for 2 years. I transferred from your alma mater in North Carolina Central University, and we'll get into that a little later. But listen to you, like your speeches, and when we're opening a Chick-fil-A or you're talking in different interviews, you always say, and you just said it now, we. You talk about you and your administration. As a leader in higher education, why is that so important to people watching this? When you are in leadership, to acknowledge the people behind you, why is that so important?
It's the definition of leadership. So the root word of leader is lead. Now listen, you could be all that in a bag of chips and be walking down the path. Yeah. If you don't have folks following you, you're just taking a nature walk. But if you understand the responsibility that others are not only leaning on what you say, but probably more importantly on what you do, and you want to continue to be an effective leader, you move in the masses here, you better be mindful of your vocabulary. And again, people are motivated, inspired to that which they are connected to, and you can get so much done, so much more done, and by thinking that way, operating that way, you're not going to lose anything by sharing, by partnering, by collaborating.
Yeah.
You're actually going to amplify that which you are endeavoring to do. That's how we've done it here, and I'm most proud.
Since you've been in office, FSU has grown so much, and it's still growing today, from enrollment to a new residence hall to new dining options, and now a health and wellness center that's being built right now as we speak. Why is it so important to build and grow Fayetteville State University?
Well, I don't know of the importance. Now you can build it and they will come.
Yeah.
That's not what we've done here. We've built it because we're growing and expanding. The people are responding, and so that's critically important. So we're in communications, and you do a great job, and you can appreciate this. When I came here to Fayetteville State University, we were right at 5,700 students. Today we're at 7,600, and probably be 8,000 plus come fall. Now, Mr. Cook, there's not enough money, and we surely don't have it, in our coffers to pay for that kind of advertising and recruiting. So what's happening? What's happening is, we do our fair part in terms of making sure that the broad masses are aware of Fayetteville State. But what I believe is happening, and I'm so excited about, is actually students. It's actually the students that come here and they feel so good about their university that they're going back to their communities, going back to their high schools or community colleges and telling other students about it. Now again, we could build buildings and still be at 5,600, 5,700.
Understood.
But we're building because we have to. We need capacity, as we know, because we led the state for the first time in history in enrollment, percentage-wise, a little over 7% this past year. And again, what brings a smile on my face, it's not because we put a lot of money in advertising. I believe what's happening is at the kitchen table in the community, some of our Broncos are telling folks about, hey, you got to get down there and visit Fayetteville State, and come take a visit, and they see, oh man, it's true. And so I'm excited about that kind of growth. It is our motto, res non verba. Less words and more demonstration. And as long as we are keeping our focus in that regard, sensitive to the price point, making sure that we're making investments as much as possible. That's why I'm excited about something that we innovated, no one else, free summer school for our students. And so on average, a little under 70% of all of our students take advantage of that, because we want you to get it done in 4 years or less. And we're mindful of the costs. You know, Mr. Cook, that while you're here, many of our students work, And so we're looking for opportunities where we can implement those paid internships. So I'm excited the fact that we're getting close to $8 million that has been expended by companies and agencies and providing paid internships for our students so that while they're getting good grades, they're also getting that experience so that in the end of their 3 to 4 years, they got good jobs. And when you got that kind of good, that makes for a good story and testimony when you share with others. And I think all of that rolled in is happening here. And so that's the kind of good growth I think we want to have, and I like the trend.
You know, I think sports is one thing that I think is a good selling point as well when it comes to, you know, it seems like every year we're winning a CIAA championship or something. You think that helps too when promoting at the, like you said, at the kitchen table, you know, being a part of that culture and being part of that student life that, oh, they're winning championships. You think that's a good driving
Yeah, well, you tell me, Mr. Cook.
Yeah.
So when you think about the CIAA basketball tournament
the oldest
in Baltimore, in Baltimore, this is past season, the championship games for the women and our men were broadcasted on ESPN2.
Plus,
ESPN Plus. No, ESPN2, the championship.
The championship was on too, yes.
ESPN2. National broadcast, maybe international. So think about the brand. We not only had our men playing in the championship, but we had our women playing in the championship right before our men. So Fayetteville State University, Broncos, was on national, some say international, television for over 5 hours on a Saturday. Again, you can't
beat that.
You can't buy that.
No.
You can't buy that. And so the answer is yes. And in terms of winning, what I'm excited about, and we don't tout it as much, but I'm excited about it. In my 5 years, Fayetteville State University, about 11 programs, we won 29 CIAA championships. That's nearly 6 championships per year. That's historic on many different levels. And that's what's happening here at the great Fayetteville State University. And so once you understand that, you have many hooks, many appealing things that kind of draw individuals in, maybe forensic science for some and business for others. But you do have a segment that's really connected to the athletics, and to know that we're not only doing well, but very well in that level, that all helps.
We'll be right back with much more with Chancellor Allison when we return right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We are still here with Fayetteville State's 12th Chancellor, Darrell T. Allison, who's celebrating his 5th year anniversary leading this institution. So, Chancellor Allison, 5 years, what has these 5 years taught you about yourself as a leader?
Well, I'll tell you, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, I can't be any more motivated to ensure that we're doing right by you, our students. And so I'm never fully satisfied in that area, because it's a big responsibility. I know what North Carolina Central University, then went to Carolina Law School. I know how much it had an impact in my life, in my trajectory. Yeah. And I want to make sure that that we're doing well for our students, because we have a limited period of time, Ms. Cook, for you. And 10 years down the road for you, 20 years down the road for you, you will look back and you will say, was it a positive? Was it net negative? And I really want to make sure that every student that we have, that we get them, we keep them, we get them across the finish line, but that we really enriched their lives, because as we have done it for them, it's only going to be a benefit to their family, and then they're going to infuse community, and that's how we change society. So it's a motivating, humbling, but a real thing, that it really does come down to the student, and do I really feel like we're doing our very best for them? And I'm never satisfied in that regard. So we're always going to be striving for you.
You are one of the sharpest chancellors in all HBCUs. That's a hot take, but I'm standing by it, right? Since I got here, I was like, this dude is sharp. Like, I'm trying to keep up with him. Like, how many students do you have, Chancellor?
I got a few.
What do you mean by a few? 30, 20?
I got a few students. I got a few. Listen, that's the uniform.
Oh, exactly, but I love it.
That's the uniform.
And you mix you match them well. You got the double breast, and sometimes you got the wide lapels. You got the three-piece.
This is because I have a beautiful wife by the name of Lanisa, who will be celebrating next month 28 years of marriage.
We love Black Love. That's a clap offer right there. Thank you.
So long as and she will say it, as long as I keep listening, and, more than not listening, I'll do well across the board here.
No, I just love how you dress. This is very sharp. Yeah. Okay, commencement is coming up, right? And a lot of HBCUs around our state have announced their commencement speaker. Can you tell us, or do you have a date on when we would hear who the commencement speaker?
So for our undergrad, we're going to have a fabulous speaker, legendary, and so more to come there. Let me tell you what I'm excited about our graduate ceremony.
Okay,
we're doing something for the first time we've never done.
What?
Instead of going to go try to find somebody in highways and byways, we're implementing something here, Mr. Cook, where we're going to let our graduate student be the guest speaker, the main speaker. And so we've got 4 colleges, so we alphabetize it, and we really want it to be where from our students and from our faculty, they nominate who they would like to be our speaker, and so we're implementing that for the first time this commencement. So I won't tell you who that is, but it's going to be very powerful because think about it. Very few people remember who the speaker was and what they said, because it's a powerful thing. Yeah. But the idea that our graduates are going to have one of their own. Who's been right there with them in the tough times, right, and navigating. I think that's going to have a very more of a lasting impression and more impactful. So we're excited about that. So more to come.
Soon come.
We're excited.
Okay. Thank you so much to Chancellor Darrell T. Allison for sitting down with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Before we go, I want to leave you with my quote of the day, and here it is. The door that no one else would open for you, build it, hang it, and walk through it yourself. My thanks to Issac Chambers for joining me back at the Hot News Desk today, and for Chancellor Darrell T. Allison for joining us in studio. Next week, Demaya Garrison joins me at the Hot News Desk for our farewell show. So bring your tissues, because next week we will take you down to memory lane. It's going to be filled with some laughs and some crying, and trust me, I'll be crying. But we'll take you there next week. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. The action never stops. Bye-bye.